Hey everybody, and welcome to Meals with Melissa, where I come up with healthy options of things that you love to eat. So, I hear all the time that chicken is so boring. So I've really been searching for some great recipes in order to spice up your chicken a little bit. So today we're going to make a low-carb Thai chicken salad. So of course, healthy all the way around. So great option, super easy because I don't do complicated. All right, so have a great recipe. I'm actually making the full recipe today. Now, of course, you can pick and choose, add and subtract wherever you need to in order to make it work for you, but I will include the full recipe down below. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some pre-made coleslaw. Now, if you don't have this available, or if you don't, it's literally just the coleslaw, the cabbage, the carrots, it's all just made together. I know, I looked at the ingredients to make sure there weren't any additives or preservatives. Now this is a 16-ounce bag. We're gonna use about half of that. Now I may add some depending on how far I'm trying to stretch it, but I'm gonna put that in my glass bowl right here, and I'm gonna kind of eyeball that. It's about half. Like I said, you can make your own if you don't have it, but honestly, I was looking for super easy and fast today. All right, so put that to the side. Now to that, I'm going to add, now this isn't quite 3 cups of shredded chicken, but it's all the shredded chicken I had left. At my house, we do a lot of crock pot, and we get the whole chickens from Costco, and we just roast the whole thing in the crock pot all at once, and then we pick off of it until it's done and gone, right? So I've got whatever's left of that, and I've shredded it up. I'm gonna add that to my coleslaw there, okay? Actually, it'll probably turn out phenomenal and perfect, and it'll be, it's, sometimes it's whatever you have on hand. Works great. Now, my goal here is to teach you that it's not that difficult to prepare meals. I know a lot of people struggle because they don't know how to cook. If you can follow a recipe, you can make something. So really, just practice on some things. Pinterest can be your best friend. They've got wonderful ideas and recipes. Just make sure you watch for some of those ingredients that you either don't know how to say, or they just don't seem like they're healthy ingredients. So a lot of times I'll swap some things out for something better. Okay, so to this I'm going to add some scallions. Now scallions is just green onion. Now I've already pre-cut them. They're all thinly sliced. It says about 5, but again, I eyeballed it, so we're gonna add that. All right, to that I'm also gonna add some chopped red bell pepper. All right, now again, any color works, it's whatever works. I just like it because it's red, it adds some color to the meal. I'm gonna dump that in there as well. And it's just sliced and halved, okay? And of course, take out the core. All right, to that, I'm gonna add a little bit of jalapeno. Now, if you don't like spicy, you don't have to add these, but we're gonna add these for today. You can also get rid of all the seeds and all the things that make it a little spicy in there. All right, thinly sliced, okay? I'm gonna mix that up a little bit. And then we're gonna add one more ingredient and then set this aside, and we're gonna make some dressing. And I'm super excited about this because again, I love new flavors. I love trying new cuisines, especially if they're healthy options, which they're not always great options, but I really like to try something that is really true to the culture. So we are adding some peanuts. So, keep that in mind that if you are allergic or someone in your family is allergic to peanuts, this recipe is not for you. All right, so to this, I'm going to add a half a cup of roasted and finely chopped peanuts, just to give it a little bit of a crunch. Of course, the fresh cruciferous vegetables are gonna give it a crunch too. But of course, I love peanut butter and peanuts, so this is great for me. But again, if you can't do it, you can always try some almond butter and chopped almonds. If you are allergic to peanuts, it's gonna give it a little bit of a different flavor, but why not, right? Make it interesting. All right, so I'm gonna mix that up and set it aside, and we're gonna move on to the dressing. All right, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. And it's so pretty. When your food is pretty, we eat with our eyes, right? All right, so I'm gonna set this aside. It's ready to go. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do here is I've got half a cup of creamy peanut butter. Now, at my house, we use Adam's All Natural because that's all it is, it's peanuts. There's no sugar added, it's just peanuts, and so it's one of the better options that they have. Now to this, I'm going to add a couple of things, and then we're gonna heat it in the microwave for a second. So we're gonna do 1/4 cup rice vinegar, okay? So I'm gonna add that right into the peanut butter there. We're gonna mix it up. So rice vinegar, about 1/4 cup. Got it. All right. We're also going to add a 1/4 cup of water. And of course, this is thinning it out a little bit, which works great because that way you don't have to use as much. And of course, realize that peanut butter is higher in fat, so it's going to be a little more calorie dense. So keep that in mind. All right, so I'm gonna add a little, actually I'm gonna use some filtered water here because the water here in my town is not fabulous straight out of the sink. All right, so 1/4 cup of water. All right, and to that I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of sriracha. Now again, a little spicy, so if spicy is not your thing, you don't have to add it. But we're gonna do that for today because again, we're gonna make it, I don't know if you can call it authentic, but we're gonna follow the recipe for today. All right, so I'm gonna add a tablespoon. Like I said, we're gonna microwave this for a second to thin it out just a little bit. All right, and then 1 teaspoon of table salt. Okay, and I do have that right here. Table salt. We're almost done, I promise. Super easy. Again, I just don't have time for complicated, and most of us in this day and age, we're so busy. We just, the faster that it is, you know, I get it. I totally get it. But it really is important to learn to cook your food because at least we can control what goes in it, and we know that what we're eating is at least the healthiest version of what we're trying to have there. All right, so 1 teaspoon. That seems like a lot of salt, but we'll try it. All right, so I'm gonna mix that with my fork that has just disappeared somewhere. I'll grab another one. Oh, it's over there. That's okay, got another one here. I'm gonna mix that, I'm gonna throw it in the microwave for a second. Okay, and like I said, anything with peanut butter, I'm in. Love, love, love peanut butter. Before we keep mixing that, I'm gonna go ahead. It'd be nice if I had a little whisk, but I do not currently have a little one. I have a big one, but not a little one. All right, so we're gonna microwave this for about 15 seconds just to warm it up and get the peanut butter to kind of soften up just a little bit. Now, when you do get Adam's peanut butter, realize that it separates really easily. You can see the oil on the top and the peanut butter at the bottom. Make sure that when you get those that you do take them out and mix them really, really well, or what will happen is you get to the bottom of the peanut butter jar and it's really thick and solid and hard to eat. So make sure that you mix it really well. You can use a hand mixer in there, or I always dump it out in my KitchenAid, mix it up really well and make sure that it's perfectly mixed and put it back. And that way, I want to use all of it. I don't want to leave stuff in the bottom. All right. So, plenty of time on that. So it says about 15 seconds. That was a little closer to 30, but that's okay. It's because I was talking and, you know, I like to do that. All right, so I'm going to mix that. All right, we're going to add some toasted sesame oil. That is our final ingredient in this recipe. And then we're going to toss it and it'll be ready to go. So mix that really well. All right, so toasted sesame oil right there. I'm going to add 1/4 cup, okay, which is quite a bit again, so keep that in mind. And of course, they're not heating it because it's already been toasted. It gives it a little bit different flavor. You don't want raw. It doesn't taste the same. You do want that flavor to come out there. All right, 1/4 cup. And that. Okay, and then we're gonna mix it again. We really want to have it combined. It says up to a minute, but we'll see if I actually last that long. I get a little impatient. It smells good, of course, with anything with peanut butter. Yep. Like I said, count me in. I love peanut butter. I do love the other nut butters as well. You know, if you're allergic to peanuts or peanut butter, you might have to pick a different option. We use a lot of pecans at my house, a lot of walnuts. I kind of like it all, right? All right, that looks pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. All right. Now, if you don't have, again, chicken-wise, you can use anything you want. You can pan fry some chicken. You can grab a rotisserie chicken at the store. That can work really well too if you're in a hurry and you don't have time. I know a lot of us get home at the end of the day. We're tired. We don't necessarily want to cook for our family. And this is, again, something super easy. It takes all of about 10 minutes to make. It works for me. That works great at my house. Okay, so we're going to throw this in here and toss it a little bit. And that's all that it takes. So dump it in. Ooh, so pretty. Now I have had chicken skewers before with the peanut sauce and thought it was amazing. One of the few things I've actually had at a Thai restaurant. Like I said, I love authentic, right? And if I go somewhere that I've never had their food before, it would be nice to have someone that can tell me what is, normal for what they tend to like in their country and their culture, right? And of course, in the U.S., we tend to ruin everything a little bit. We Americanize it, but that's why I like to travel. All right, so I'm gonna mix this up, and that's it. That's all there is to it. I'm gonna throw it in the fridge because I've got some people coming over for dinner after I head to the gym here in a minute. And that is all that it takes. It's all coated there. Make sure it gets all of that peanut sauce. All right, try this out. Let me know what you think. If you try these recipes and they work out for you, please let me know, because that's why we do it. Trying to help you come up with healthy options that work for you and your family so that you don't get bored, right? That happens. And that you don't think that healthy food is boring and not tasty. There's so many options and things you can do. Again, Pinterest can be your friend. That's where I find the majority of my recipes. I do have people that send me recipes as well. And if you have a great one you'd like to share, please do. You can either drop me a comment down below, or you can message me directly at Facebook Messenger or on whatever platform that you are currently on. Be sure, if you are on YouTube, to hit the like button and the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you see all the new videos when they come up, because my goal for you is to figure out your groove and the best way for you to be happy and healthy. Have an incredible day.